Hi, everybody. This is Stephanie with Trillium Tarot. And as you can see, I have a black cat behind me playing with one of his brothers. So who knows how eventful this video might get. I am really excited today. There was a gentleman who saw some of my deck reviews, and he sent me a copy of the first officially licensed Star Trek tarot deck. From what I understand, they spent a lot of time getting like legal rights to use people's images and the storylines and the descriptions, and some of the actors had passed away, so they had to get legal rights from the actors' estates to be able to use their likenesses and so on. So I received the deck today. Actually, I received two of them today. One of them is for the Star Trek, the original series. And the second one, the smaller one, I'll do a separate video for the smaller one. This is Major Arcana only, and it is for Star Trek, the animated series, which I didn't even know existed. So I learned something new today, but I will do a separate video about that one in the future. And you can see I have an orange cat and a black cat. We might get a black and white cat. Who knows? So this is what the deck looks like. It's the photo on the overlay. The original series deck is actually an 80-card deck. There were 78 episodes in the original series of Star Trek. So as you'll see as we go through these cards, they assigned or affiliated one specific card with each of the episodes. And I find it really fascinating. This is not a pip deck. I'm not a fan of pip decks where there is art on the major arcana and on the court cards. And then for ace through 10, it's just, 8 discs or 8 wands or whatever. There's actual artwork on all of these cards from the series. So I'm so excited about this one. It does come with a book, and the book goes into great detail about, well, here, let me see if I can switch my camera, because if I can, I will show you some of the pages in the deck. So, like, for example, on this page, I'm looking at the Wheel of Fortune, and I'm so sorry. Maybe someday when I grow up, I will have better functioning equipment. Let me see if I can make it zoom. There you go. I guess you can see Wheel of Fortune. So it gets into what the Wheel of Fortune means, but then at the bottom of the page, it goes into information about the episode that this is taken from and what's going on in the storyline, and the players that are contributing to the storyline and so on. So I'm really excited to dig into this book. In the back, there are a couple of appendices with the cards listed and their, I guess, the major lesson or whatever from the card in the second column there. I cannot wait to dig in and see what all these symbols mean. I assume these are star dates and also episode names. So this is going to be a lot of fun. Card Trek, from the Triumphi to the 23rd century. A tutorial companion to the Star Trek Tarot. So, I am going to switch the banner on the bottom, because you all know it. I'm Stephanie with Trillium Tarot. That's why you're here. I mean, you've been here before, but I want to show, if you are interested in purchasing this deck, this is the website you need to remember, StarTrekTarot.com. And now it does redirect to the company website, Telekiad, I think it's pronounced. The gentleman told me that nobody knows how to pronounce it, so I have no idea if that's correct or not. But just remember to search for StarTrekTarot.com. I did get the impression that this will also be available on Amazon at some point in the future. So keep that in mind. Now, at first, when I got this deck, I was under the impression that it was like a pre-production version of the deck. and that is not the case. So this is an actual production deck. It just has not yet been posted for sale on the internet or in stores. However, this is the same deck. It was unveiled at the Las Vegas Star Trek convention at the end of August. So it is a fairly recent introduction to the whole Star Trek world. I think that's everything I was going to cover. And so now I'm going to do a flip through of the deck. I know that I will be spending more time with these cards in the future because it has been a while since I've watched the whole series. But we will go with this. We'll just start with the Major Arcana. So this is the Fool. And it has the name of the episode here on the bottom. Again, I need to find out what these symbols mean. I like the fact that it has kind of a description underneath the Fool here. It says curiosity. So it looks like they do that on each of these cards. I have not looked through all these before or yet before jumping straight into this video. So I'm not going to be an expert on this by any stretch of the imagination. But we'll go from the Fool to the Magician, and then the High Priestess, the Empress, the Emperor, the Hierophant, the Lovers, the Chariot, of course. Then we have Strength, the Hermit, the Wheel of Fortune, Justice, makes sense with the episode being court-martial, the Hanged Man, there we go, the Hanged Man, and we have the Death card, Temperance. I gotta tell you, I freaking adore Spock. When my mom passed away, I found that she had saved a box of just a few items. It's like the size of a large shoebox. It's not a huge box by any stretch of the imagination, but she had saved a couple of Star Trek items for me. One of them is it's a figurine of Spock. I don't want to call it a Ken doll, but it's a figurine of Spock. And it's still in the original packaging. And I think I have a deck of playing cards as well. But I need to find those. I'm getting wound up about Star Trek again, so I might need to put them on display. Next, we go to the Devil, the Tower, the Star, the Moon, the Sun, Judgment, and the World, which would normally bring us to the end of the Major Arcana, but there are two bonus cards with this deck. There is the Aliens card, which has the question mark. And then there's also another alien card. She has an exclamation mark. Everybody knows the green lady from Star Trek. So now let's get into the Suit of Swords. And even if I'm not watching the whole episode, just seeing this photo makes me laugh because I remember seeing Sulu acting out this scene. So that was the Ace of Blades. And then we look at the Two of Blades, or Two of Swords, the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, the Page, the Knight, the Queen, and the King. I've been telling friends I'm going to have some time coming up here, and I think I feel the need to binge watch the original series after getting all wound up about this deck. So let's look at the Ace of Rods or the Ace of Wands. So here's the Ace, and then we go to the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Page, Knight, Queen, and King. Now, I know I had mentioned, or I think I had mentioned, because I was telling somebody else earlier, that the gentleman who sent this deck to me told me that he actually was already expecting to receive decks from the printer. So I don't have a timeline of when this will be available for purchase other than soon. So I did post StarTrekTarot.com. That will redirect to the production website, to luckyad.com. I did do a test as if I was trying to add one of these items to my cart. And as of today, September 12th, it says that the item is out of stock. But I do expect it to be available soon. And if you are as diehard a fan as I am, you will check that religiously. So now we have the Ace of Cups. And then we look at the 2 of Cups. 3, 4, 5. Remember that one. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Page, Knight, Queen, and King. One last suit to go through. By the way, please do, as you watch this video, please do give this video a thumbs up because it does help the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. And feel free to share the heck out of the video if you know some other Star Trek fans. This is kind of an early look at what this card deck looks like, so feel free to share. We want it to be a success. So now let's look at the Suit of Pentacles, or on this deck, it's the Suit of Coins. So there's the Ace, then the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, good God, the tribbles. Oh, for goodness sake. The Page, the Knight, Queen, and King. So that is the full deck of the Star Trek Original Series Tarot. It is coming to market. From what I understand, you will be able to order it directly on this website, StarTrekTarot.com. I believe that the plan is also to have it available on Amazon once it ramps up to that point, once the decks get from the print or arrive from the printers. But like I said, please do share the heck out of this video. Share this deck with other people who are Star Trek fans as well, because, oh my goodness, I love this deck. I want it to be a success. I want to see them do other series with very similar concept, where it's not a pip deck, where they actually have illustrations from the series on each of the cards. There's so much information and so much content in the Star Wars world, in the Star Wars universe, There's no reason for a pip deck. So let's definitely encourage this company and this type of deck to continue and come to the market. Again, please give this video a thumbs up. Feel free to leave comments. I do review those and I respond to those as soon as I can. Keep an eye out in the future here. I will do a separate video for that Star Trek animated series deck that I mentioned. That one is only major arcana, so it will be a shorter video, but I do want to show that as well. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I really hope this deck takes off like wildfire. Bye, everybody.